All right, gentlemen, what a crazy, wild weekend of wrestling prediction. We had Under Siege, we had Saturday night's main event, we had Battleground, we had Double or Nothing. Wasn't that amazing, guys? A crazy week of wrestling.
Yeah, I'll tell you how I'm feeling. Want to know how I'm feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Now we got to clean up the studio. Hit the music.
Welcome to Tfspod, otherwise known as 24/7 podcast. Yeah, 24/7 Lou, winning championship rings. While Rick Hall is your conference favorite host. Yeah, you know it, the one-man band is the wrestling trivia king of kings. A dice, a wheel, another deal. The randomizer will tag in to make this feel. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. Welcome to the wrestling home of super fans, where we clash with facts and master plans. Opinions soar and predictions unfold, while our championship goldie shines brighter than any other gold. Join the excitement, raise your voice. In this wrestling realm, we will make some noise. Each matching night, our hearts ablaze. United we triumph, under Goldie's shining. Tfspod, Tfspod, Tfspod. I said Tfspod, 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 Tfspod.
Welcome to Tfspod. This is the 24/7 Lou and
It's Rick Hard, baby! And all I gotta say is, what the heck happened this past weekend? Oh
man. Yep.
Ooh.
And
The woman band. Sorry. Oh my God. The one-man band, and I don't feel good.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
Guys, I'm getting a little woozy here. Somebody bring me a divider.
Sorry, man. God.
In this episode, we're doing a recap of Under Siege. Yay! And we're doing a recap of
No yay. No yay.
No yay at all. No.
A recap
No
of
yay. My weekend was terrible. At least you guys had a good Friday. Jeez.
Yeah.
A recap of Battleground and a recap of TNA's Double or Nothing. TNA and AEW, sorry. AEW's Double or Nothing. I don't know, man. It was just too much of a wild week for our predictions battle. We're going to change things a little bit different than what we normally do, because the most spectacular thing at the end will be at the end of the not the end of the show, just before it ends.
And you know what's crazy? Before we get into how crazy this weekend felt, the crazy part is we have more weekends like this ahead of us.
Yeah.
A lot of quiet weekends where no events happening, and then another weekend after where it's like 5 events all in one go. Yeah. Oh man, I thought last year, the year before, every year when the scoreboard's over, remember, I look at it and I go, wow, there were a lot of points up for grabs. And every year I think there's no way there's going to be more points up for grabs next year. And every year we keep overperforming on that damn metric. If you guys could see the calendar for June and July, you'd understand what I'm saying. It's wild.
Nuts, man. I'm telling you,
I need a comeback. I need a comeback.
Well, this is why I always say, like, you know, we got people popping off in the chats, or rather in the chat, saying, "Oh, you know, I'm good. I'm ahead this many points." It doesn't matter. It does not matter.
Just FedEx me the title now.
Pretty much. You know, like last year, you guys remember last year I was down 7 points. Yeah. And I went on a massive win streak, And because of that win streak, I strongly feel like that's the reason why I won. Now this year, look what happens. We have an overconfident competitor that missed shows. I'm not gonna say who, but missed shows that thinking, oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't know. You guys can put 2 and 2 together, and it definitely doesn't equal. It's a number that equals between 3 and 5. You know, but but I mean, that's why you never can be overconfident. You can never be overconfident because you just never know. You never know what happens. And you know what the crazy part about this is? I just thought about something. This particular group that has surfaced now has surfaced pretty much around
this one.
Yeah, that one. This group has essentially formed almost 30 years to the day of the NWO.
Oh.
So think about that for a second. Like almost 30 years to the day. And well, 29 years in this case, 29. It was in 96. But I mean, like I said, you never know what can happen. You never know what can happen.
Precisely. As they say, as they like to promote, anything can happen in WWE. Anything can happen in Tfspod.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yep. So I'm gonna kick right into it. I'm not gonna go. I'll just show you the matches quickly. I mean, I'll show you who won, or we'll talk about the matches. But I'm not gonna dive into the scoreboard until the end of the event. So you'll see, and then we have our scoreboard as it stands today. We will get that reveal near the end of the show. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get there, and for all the 24/7 Loop fans, it's not a good day for us fans. It's not a good day for us.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Whoa, wait!
I was actually gonna be generous and give them 5.
They've been with me for the last couple of years when I'm winning those titles. The 24/7 fans, 24/7 Loop fans, 24/7 Loop fans.
Yeah,
they're much better
just so
than
you know,
the Rick Harders.
Fan.
They're much better fans than the Rick Harders.
No, they aren't. No, they aren't, dude. No, they aren't. Let them have.
The Rick Harders are weak.
Everybody knows. Oh, we go hard or we go home, and we never go home.
Right.
I'm in it to win it.
And of course the one man orchestra that we have also. Those fans they're hanging in there. They're happy. Yeah. I'm good for. I'm glad for them for this year having their title. It's gonna be tough for our fan base.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
All right, so get ready for this. It's gonna be really fast. We'll stop to mention a certain matches. Some crazy things that did happen during the weekend. But here we go. Ready? I'm the Siege.
Yeah. While we're at it, while we are trying to be like super quick here, I do want to have some commentary about the state of the wrestling promotions themselves.
Yeah, we'll get
basically
that.
saw a show from each promotion, really. NXT, WWE itself, or the main roster, TNA and AEW. So let's talk about it. Go ahead. Under Siege.
Yeah. Or Under Siege of WWE. I'm gonna call this TNA Under Siege.
Under Siege of WWE. I love it. Oh god.
You'll see what I'm talking about. Yes, we had the matchup. Trick Williams and Frank Resin, they lose to Henry and Elijah Wynn. Moving along here. This was a surprise match because I did not pick Cody Deaner. Not all of us picked Cody. Only one of us had picked. No, everyone except the randomizer picked Eddie Edwards, which was a big surprise. That means Cody Deaner's out.
Hey, if anything, we should be glad. Well, no, never mind. This would have helped you guys. I'm glad that it didn't give anybody a perfect score.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, I'd be tied for fourth. Sorry.
I mean,
so there we go. The Nemeth brothers win. Tasha Blanchard wins, which is this matchup here to set up for a future mixed matchup. We're going to have is Rod Stone? I believe is the name of the manager of Tessa Blanchard. Also involved in this, and Santino Marella tag team matchup with Ariana Grace in a future match. That's what that's.
I personally cannot wait. I cannot wait to see Tessa Blanchard in NXT because you know it's going to happen. Oh,
Yeah.
you know it's going to happen.
Oh yeah. All right. Mike Santana win against Jobber Francis. Now, okay.
No, hold on. Get it right.
What?
He did not win against. He didn't win against AJ Francis. They actually did do a swap out. They had AJ Francis was not cleared to compete. Quotations. So they had KC Navarro fill in for him and get beat by Mike Santana.
Oh, my apologies. My apologies.
Yeah,
there we go.
But remember,
Jobber
under the rules.
I mean, Jobber number 2 lost.
Yeah, under the rules, a replacement still counts as the original pick. So,
and as main event Jeff calls him, Trash by Elegance won.
Well, no, hey, get out of here. Hey, let's address this. Ash by Elegance killed a tag team, a Knockouts tag team, because Spitfire was forced to disband after losing. And this match, thankfully, prevented Jeff from getting the win.
Yes. This match didn't occur, so whoever came up with that. Whoever came up with that.
He's not cleared up to compete, okay? So don't get on my case.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't cleared to compete.
All right. So
rather, Steve Macklin was not cleared to compete. Sorry, one of them was not cleared. You get the gist.
The one-man band and myself, we got a point on this one.
Yep.
That was a better part of the weekend. That was the score by the end of Friday night. Then moving on to the next one, Saturday. Of course, we had the big surprise happen.
Saturday night's trash main event.
Actually, that was this one. We did them. They had 5 matches, but we did prediction for 4 matches. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, they won.
What a great! Come on, guys.
Cena.
Give me a no. Come on. First off, Seth Rollins debuting a new member in his group that still doesn't have a name. I'm leaning towards the Vision at this point. But basically, he got Bronson Reed on his team. And for anybody who has a gripe about this, I'm talking to a specific YouTuber out there, Mr. Bobby Monsoon. Who's like, this makes no sense, man. I mean, you got Bronson Reed in his team. These guys were beefing. Yeah, like we've never seen that in wrestling. Jeez.
Yeah.
and for anybody going, he already had an enforcer with Braun Breaker. What does he need a different enforcer for? Excuse me. You I can't stand smart marks who are like, oh, I'm so smart. Clearly, every faction needs to have the leader, the enforcer, the guy who's a young up-and-coming guy who's not the enforcer, but he's big, or not big, but he's capable. He's very athletic, like the purebred, and then the old veteran on the side. I'm like, no, you don't need to follow that.
God, I'm trying to interrupt, but here we go. A CWO fan. Look what they're dropping in here now with. We got something for you guys. We have audio of your leader. Who is this? Jeffrey? Yeah, Mr. Jeffrey there. We have audio from your leader, your real leader of you fans of CWO. The one who really makes the predictions. Is what I'm being told. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. John Cena beat Ron Cena.
Look, either way, man, you cut me off here. Either way, when you want to go into a fight with a bunch of main eventers, you want the biggest guys on your side, dude. So yeah, I actually approve of Bronson Reed joining the team. What the hell was he gonna do? And for anybody saying he was supposed to join Bloodline 2.0, yeah, that's an irrelevant faction. There, I said it.
Yeah, that is by now. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, right now. Yeah, now I don't care anything about Bloodline 2.0.
And I like Seth Rollins' faction that he had before that I wish it was bigger. But let's see how far this faction goes, and especially now that you have Paul Heyman in his corner also. So let's see how far this goes, which is going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching this. Let's go. Next matchup, John Cena. I said beat Ron Cena.
Wait, for the last time, get it right. John Cena beat DEI hire John Cena.
Ah,
I just called Ron Cena.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It is Ron Cena, but this was essentially a mirror match. It was John Cena versus John Cena. He even came out looking like John Cena and everything. It was a mirror
I
match.
know.
We've seen Undertaker versus Undertaker. We've seen Kane versus Kane. And now we've seen John Cena versus John Cena. You know?
Then we had this match in a steel cage match with Damian Priest beat Drew McIntyre, which what was it that
Did my boy dirty. They did my boy dirty, dude. Drew should have won. I heard he got injured before. That's why he didn't win, but terrible decision. Terrible decision. Made McIntyre look like a scrub. Bronson and Bronson attorney.
Bronson.
Come on, dude, get it right. It's B&B. He upgraded from J&J Security to B&B
Yes.
Security. All right.
Yes, they sure did. I was just about to
It's
mention
Bronson.
that.
It's Bronson and Breaker attorneys. Yeah,
That's
B&B.
Bronson and
There
Breaker.
you
Airbnb.
so yeah,
That's
the
what
man who
happens
now has the
when he
street
goes
in
for
the Bronx.
monsoon.
So now the man who has the street in the Bronx won, Damian Priest. This match. Yeet. I don't know.
No. This match was terrible. Okay, I would have actually been approving. I would have approved of Logan Paul winning or a no contest at this point. Jay didn't need that win. That was a tainted win. He shouldn't have won anyways. He should be getting scrub booking because let's face it, dude. Jay Uso looks like he's out of shape right now.
Cody Rhodes came out to defend him when John Cena came
Cody
into
Rhodes
attack
came
also.
out for a tag team match that doesn't features both world champs. Seriously, we're not going to get a world title match for either
what a
title
mess.
at Money in the
What
Bank.
a mess. What a mess.
What do you think, the one-man band?
I hate it. I've been saying it. I hate the booking. I hate the booking all around that's going on right now. It almost feels like they don't know what they're doing, you know? Like they're just kind of, well, we put the title on Cena. Uh-oh. We kind of shackled ourselves kind of deal. That's why I said that Cody shouldn't have lost it at WrestleMania. He shouldn't have lost it at WrestleMania.
If they were gonna put the title on Cena, it made for a great moment. The follow-up has been very lackluster.
Yes.
It's pretty. It feels like obvious filler. It's the problem. Like he should be when you had him face Orton. I was like, okay, cool, this can go somewhere. When you had him face R-Truth, I was like, I get it. It's Saturday Night Main Event. No one cares. Now, Money in the Bank, he's not even defending the title. The whole point of his stick is, I'm going to ruin wrestling when the clock strikes 0 on my appearances. No, yeah, this is also a very valid criticism. Too many commercial breaks. Very true. Saturday Night Main Events was so many commercials. Ridiculous. Yeah. I'm glad I watched it. On Peacock. That way I at least got to see the announcement for the tag team match at the end instead of it being cut off like someone else told me.
Yeah. So, all right, there we go. That was the score. The folks who got the points on this one was the leader, the other one was the follower.
By the way, this was a perfect, but since there were only 4 matches, nobody gets a bonus. I just want to point that out because this was a perfect score. This was a perfect score extravaganza for the weekend.
Yeah, good lord.
In the worst way possible for anybody not in the CWO. So otherwise known as what I call the Clown World Order.
Oh,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
God.
There we go. All right. Also, I have audio. I don't know if to play it now or I'm going to wait after the next one, after the next event we'll talk about. Here we go. Moving along down the scoreboard at that point. We had Battleground. Sol Ruka defended. Hank and Tank and Jason Briggs beat the Culling.
This was a surprise. This is what cost us, basically.
Yeah, this one, right?
Super. Very surprising.
Yeah. Stacks beat Tony D Did you guys catch NXT?
I didn't.
Yeah,
no.
Tuesday?
Stacks got the win. Stacks got the win by kicking him in the balls.
Oh no, I meant the show, the show on Tuesday.
Oh no, the only thing I know is JC Jane won the women's title.
Which
Spoilers.
hold on,
Spoilers.
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because I have a thing about that. I'm a little bit upset about that one. All right, moving along. Here it is. Why
Oh,
have her lose the title in the next show, regular show you have, instead of having Jordynne Grace, who's shown to be a good champion and a good in-ring, of course, performing what she does, and a strong person as a leader, not win it during this premium live event? Why give it up on the regular pre-show to JC Jane's faction when you could have had Jordynne Grace win it and then get attacked on the other show, and then maybe something else happens from there? But
no,
really,
no. I gotta disagree with you on this, Lou. I gotta call you out on this. I disagree with this criticism.
go for it.
I can explain it too. I'll explain it perfectly. This was done to protect Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie
Get
Vaquer
off!
there. Hold on. You see? This is why. If she loses to Jordynne Grace clean, she loses clean. Basically, that there goes her record. But since she lost to JC Jane in what was essentially a 3-on-1 affair, because they got involved on the outside, she got attacked on the outside, all that stuff. Which for the record, I continually say, look, we can do the overcome the odds thing, but you should really, when it's 3-on-1, the point should be, hey, it's 3-on-1. You shouldn't be able to overcome that easily immediately. It should be, hey, it's 3-on-1, and then, the numbers game got in the way, sort of thing. So I always thought it was weird that Stephanie Vaquer could beat Fallon Henley when it's 3-on-1, but apparently when it's JC Jane in the ring, which admittedly I think JC Jane is the more experienced veteran, so that makes sense. When it's JC Jane in the ring and it's 3-on-1, oh no, that makes all the difference. All I know is this protects Stephanie Vaquer. It elevates JC Jane in a way, and from what I'm gathering and most impressions on this, as nice as it is for JC Jane to win it, I do get the impression she's probably going to be the transitional champ for Jordynne Grace to win it from. Because if Jordynne Grace would have won against Stephanie Vaquer at the event, people would have been impressed. But they also would have had a mixed reaction because Vaquer was clearly the favorite that night. So dropping it to a heel through dubious means kind of protects her record. She still lost in a 1-on-1 match on paper, but it wasn't a clean loss. So she looks superb.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't think Stephanie Vaquer was pleased with that booking because if you rewatch JC Jane winning it on NXT, she rolls out of that ring real quick after the end of the match.
All right. And next matchup, Obafemi versus what was you guys said? Little RKO.
I feel super bad because this picture does not make him look like what he looks like. I don't know who made this picture. He doesn't have that much hair. He doesn't have that much hair, but this is essentially. This guy looks like Randy Orton, the young Randy Orton. And once I found out, it's that guy from the No Quarter Catch crew that looks like Orton. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, damn. I feel super bad. I like the match, how it played out. For those of you who didn't watch it, I actually think you should watch it again. Because I actually wrote this match off. I was like, this match is before the main event. It's going to be a squash match. He's going to demolish him. It's over. They actually let this guy shine. I still feel bad that I don't remember his name. What was his name? Mike. It starts with an M.
Miles Bourne.
Miles Bourne. There we go. I knew it started with an M. Good. I'm glad. Evan Bourne's brother. I'm glad that Evan Bourne's brother, Miles Bourne, got. I'm glad that it's not.
I'll call him little RKO.
He's not actually Evan Bourne's brother, is he?
Yeah, I know. No, I don't. To my knowledge, he's He's not.
Okay.
But this match was really good. How they made Miles Bourne look. He kicked out of the, I think it's Fall from Grace, which is Obafemi's finisher, the powerbomb. And he had to lose via 2 Fall from Graces from Obafemi at the end of it. So it was really cool that they did that. Super big push for him. I think he's got a promising future. If Obafemi loses, I think it's going to be in the same means that Stephanie Vaquero lost. Expect some super major outside interference from a lot of people. My guess is have him lose to a TNA faction.
I hope so, because of this crap. This.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. My God.
Here we go.
Why have someone from another company even want to go to WWE just so they can lose their champion can lose the title, for crying out loud? Get out of here with that stuff. Sorry. See, nobody wants those clown World Order shirts. Anyway, back to my rant here. Why do this to TNA Wrestling? Now, all that history, TNA Wrestling is not like what you're seeing now. It has a very large, big history with many people that were there that have put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears on there. They never pulled that thing of what was it? WCW pulled with an actor winning a title. I don't think they ever pulled it, did they?
To my knowledge, no.
No, but doing this is worse. How do you do this?
How is this worse? Hey, this generates buzz. Let's give the credit where it's due. This does generate buzz. Oh,
because
here we
sucks. Go. That's why it generates buzz, because this sucks. This sucks. This is bad. Joe Heyman has gone to WWE just to get beaten up. That's all I see there. That's all I see. That's my take. What do you guys have?
Real quick, I did hear slightly that there might have been a like kind of a mistake booking here. They're saying that Trick actually wasn't supposed to win the title, but I guess
no way.
I guess that's what I heard.
Way.
I did hear something about that he wasn't supposed to win it, and I guess they just called an audible, or somebody must have missed a spot. I don't know, but look, regardless, Trick Williams is the new champion. You know, I would have never guessed in a million years that we would actually see a TNA champion drop it to somebody on NXT in a WWE show. What is this? What is this, WCW and ECW booking? Like,
yeah,
you know, if I recall, I think it was Mike Awesome and Taz, if I remember right. Mike Awesome was a WCW guy dropping an ECW title at another show to Taz or something like that. It was something weird that happened way back in the late 90s, if I remember right. And now all of a sudden we have this, you know. I really didn't think that Trick Williams, I thought this was a no-brainer, you know, just kind of like, okay, you know, fine, you know, cool, we'll see Joe Hendry win it. But it does give the vibes that Joe Hendry is getting jobbed out in TN and in WWE. But maybe now that I think about this, I think Joe Hendry's contract is coming up pretty soon, so that I would not be surprised if this was probably made as a way to, like, you know, transition him over to NXT.
Oh, to officially be a jobber, not a guest jobber.
Oh my God, Lou! I want you to know, by the way, I actually know firsthand someone who said, I don't usually tune in to NXT for their pay-per-views, but I have to see if TNA's world title changes hands. And he told me, what's the over-under in your mind? And I said, given how the tag team match went on Under Siege, I think we're going to see a title change tonight.
Man,
because the wrong team won by how my booking would work.
Well,
and he
I'll
said,
tell you
really?
This.
And he actually watched it. And then he said, and I hope that this means we can get to see AJ Styles win it one more time.
Oh, that would be cool.
Which I was like, that would be really cool. because
Yeah.
you know, now that we've opened the door that it could be a WWE guy that wins it, why not have AJ Styles win it one more time and really bring the title history full circle?
Have the guy basically, you know,
Yeah.
literally
Thing
have
is that
the guy. Yeah.
everybody else
The
winning
only-
TNA who
The
won the title
only other
is irrelevant.
person who could win it, and it would be even more historic than AJ Styles would be if R-Truth won it, because I think R-Truth was
I thought
48.
about that, but he was NWA.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But yeah. But that would be awesome too. I just thought about that. I literally was thinking about that when you said this about AJ. I was like, man, yeah, R-Truth would absolutely be amazing.
He'd finally be able to get a world title
Yeah.
Yeah.
in
Serious.
WWE.
And it not be WWE.
just not the WWE title.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right, so moving along there. Dick William wins the title, celebrating.
Yeah, look at his shocked face.
Oh my. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it's a perfect analogy to what we were just seeing here with this.
All
with
our
the other
faces.
Yeah.
All our faces.
Yeah. Come on, man. Look at
Someone
that.
got a perfect
Yeah.
score on that one.
Yeah. What a surprise. Look,
Which
look.
meant +2 for everybody who won, by the way. That meant +2
Yeah.
points on the overall board. It's not written
All right, so
down
now
there.
we get to
ran out
TNA.
of space. Yeah.
We get to AEW's Double or Nothing. First match, Mercedes Moné.
Hey, you keep making that mistake.
I know, I don't know. They're all blending into one another. It's junk. Anyway, the losses I meant, not the companies. Anyway, Double or Nothing. Jamie Hayter lost to Mercedes Moné. Host Double or Nothing show. There was a big face-off with Tony Storm because that's where they're going to face each other in All In Texas.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I feel.
And
That's
announcing-
I just want you to know that's how I feel about Mercedes Moné winning that damn match. Just wanted to put that out there.
They're calling her now All Belts Moné.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh yes.
All right, so next matchup, FTR meet Nigel McGuinness, Daniel Garcia. Ricochet got a victory over Mark
Nigel
Briscoe.
McGuinness and Daniel Garcia should have won.
nah.
Not really.
Giving me that damn point.
Nah.
Should have given me that point. It would have given me that point. Okay. Jeez.
Well, but come on, man.
Ricochet beat Mark Briscoe in a stretcher match. Hurt Syndicate. Some issue about someone having a tan that did arise. I did hear something about that. Beat the Sons of Texas. Okada defeated Speedball Mike Bailey. I don't know. Was there surprise in any of these matches I'm talking about?
No, not really. Not yet, at least. I'll tell you which one was a surprise.
Yeah. Oh, and also in this one, Tony Storm defeated Mina Shirakawa. The best part of this match was
the ending.
Yes, and what was it?
Oh, they got to kiss and make up.
They love kissing each other. I mean, I'm not complaining, but
No, I definitely ain't complaining. Oh,
yeah.
Oh man. Whew.
And then in the post media scrum, she still had lipstick all over her face. Tony Storm from the kiss, so that was funny.
Somewhere out there, Juice Robinson is like, I have a chance.
Here we go. Next. Woo! Yeah. Anarchy in the Arena was a surprise. Some of us, not all of us. Some of us. I'm not included in that, by the way.
I'm surprised this didn't go last. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Jeff knows where it's at.
All right, there you go. The one time I agree with CWO.
I do have an audio I am going to play at the end of this, just before we get to the scoreboard there. That I did get from the leader of the CWO. I'm going to play.
Look, all I know is I saw Mina Shirakawa and Tony Storm kiss, and my thoughts were,
And it should be me.
Oh God.
There was some wild spots in this. There was some wild spots on this match, Anarchy in the Arena. But Kenny Omega's team won, which was a surprise to me. I think I thought they were going to still continue the
Yeah,
Death Riders, but I don't know.
this that's
I
become
love this
Kenny Omega's. Yeah,
I love this match. AEW never fails with these. They're cartoonish, but great. And
Yeah,
it's one of the most original matches. I think it's the most original match the AEW has. That
Yeah.
still serves as their claim to fame. I think.
yeah. That definitely.
I think this is the one thing that makes it worth buying the DVDs for them if they do have a DVD collection.
I
I want to see
I would
every
have to
Anarchy in the
agree.
Arena match.
I was gonna say that this has kind of become Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks' specialty because
yeah.
they were a part of the inaugural one, which if I remember correctly, it ended with Kenny Omega doing a One Winged Angel on Sammy Guevara.
Oh
Over
yeah.
it was a really cool spot that takes a lot of trust, by the way. I mean, yeah, granted, I know there's foam down there, but still, that's a long drop, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's gonna hurt regardless. But that's a cool.
I'm glad the Elite aren't technically undefeated in this match. Well, they're basically not undefeated in this match because we have Blackpool Combat Club. I know beat them.
Yeah.
Mm.
They're the only exception to the rule, I think. But
Yeah,
usually the Elite wins, or people from the Elite win.
I was gonna say yeah, because they're no longer the Elite. They're all pretty well separated now. So.
All right, and then we had the last match for the winner of the Owen Hart Cup.
I was really surprised this was the last match. Anarchy in the Arena feels like it could have been the last match.
Me too. I thought that was going to happen.
But weird. I guess they really wanted this to be a big deal, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big deal for the weird reasons. I mean, this is another one where I heard that both were pulling for each other to win. Osprey was actually vying for Hangman to win, and Hangman was actually vying for Osprey to win. But I think they eventually decided to go with Hangman. But they did say that they kind of called an audible halfway through this one as well. That originally Osprey was supposed to go over, but I guess they decided that Hangman was going to be the guy, which it's fine. I'm not opposed. I'm not opposed to either or. Hangman's been a champion before. It looks like Hangman is poised to probably take the title from Moxley. So we'll see what happens. We might have a second reign of the Hangman.
Shout out to Jeffrey saying Willow was the MVP of Anarchy in the Arena. Very solid move. And by the way, somewhere on Twitter, the full Anarchy in the Arena match is available, unless they took it down.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
So there we are. That's those were our. So we had a perfect score on that one. So
oh God.
That was 3
a
points.
Perfect score on an event. A perfect score on an event that is already worth 2 points, which means they got 3 points, and they are the first group, or rather, the first people in history to do it. So, CWO has entered the record books of Tfspod's history.
So I'm gonna play a little bit of something here for them.
Taking over the scene, wrestling predictions, their ultimate dream.
Man.
Come on.
All right. Now what I wanted to play. Here's an audio. Someone who thinks they're a leader, I guess. I don't know. Here we go. Tell me guys what you think as I play this audio.
Oh, we don't have an official leader. So we anyone could be the leader here, We don't have a leader.
Yes, you do.
There is no leadership. It's just brothership.
Yeah.
So it makes us more dangerous and more unpredictable.
You copy So's pick.
You can't point at one person and be like, what happened? It's a group thing. and
Yeah.
we're unpredictable.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
Like,
Sure.
I could make the picks and Jeff could copy me. Or
Hasn't happened.
Playboy could copy me.
Has
or
happened.
Jeff will make
Has
usually the
happened,
picks,
yeah.
Always.
and I'll copy him.
Always.
No, not
Or
always.
even
Not
hell,
always.
no,
there
he
was
did.
one
make the
picks.
picks, and if
Yeah.
we like his picks,
He
we might
copied.
copy him
Yeah,
too. You know.
that did happen that one time.
But yeah, like if any one of us wins, we're happy. It's kind of like a thing, you know. It stays with the CWO. The win stays with the CWO.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you gotta put in your podcast. We don't have a leader.
Yes, you do.
We're all leaders.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why
Nah.
we're the CWO.
Nah. Please.
There
Please.
you go.
This is,
go.
this is the same guy that was complaining at a Royal Rumble last year, complaining about
Oh God.
yeah.
There we
No,
go.
I'm not letting that one go. No, I'm not letting that one go. Was crying all the way from the arena to the car. We had to listen to him for 25, 30 minutes talking about Cody's not gonna finish his story, guys. The Rock is gonna do this, and Rock is gonna go on to WrestleMania to face Roman. No, like, come on, bro. Like, talking to me about oh that like Cody's ruining wrestling. No, you're ruining wrestling right now. God damn it. Like,
All right.
yeah.
Damn.
All right. There you go.
Oh,
Philly.
boy.
You had your moment there.
There you go.
Now, I'll leave this
Yep.
space blank for Rick Hard. No, for the one-man band to give us that line that everybody except us loves.
Okay. Well, okay. I finally got my nudge out. Record. Get the scoreboard. Get the scoreboard.
Oh gosh.
Jesus
All right,
Christ.
folks. I'm gonna keep this. Oh, we gotta cover this, and I really don't want to cover this, but we got
yeah,
to.
no.
Because the landscape has been
absolutely.
changed. This scoreboard
Completely.
is brought to you by Barnes and Noble, folks. If you want a personal touch, sometimes you got to get a physical book to really lay in bed with, cuddle
agree.
up nice and warm with, you know. And buying a book requires a personal touch, for which there's Barnes and Noble.
There's nothing
So,
like physical.
Go to Barnes and Noble if you can. Nothing. I love a physical. Oof,
Mm-hmm.
greatest in the world. Barnes and Noble. Get yourself a book. Epic Rant by Tomb. Yep. Well said.
Thank you,
Well
Rick.
said,
Thank
Jeff. That said, in first place, it's Osama bin Diesel still, and he is at 15 points.
Woo, yeah.
Behind him, it is
There we go.
main
There he
event
is.
Jeff at 14 points.
Ooh.
Ha.
Ooh. And
Wow.
this
Wow.
this is the biggest surprise. This is the biggest surprise. The Tornator at 11 points. Nobody would have expected this.
It's funny because it's true.
Congratulations to Tornator on making the double-digit club and
Yeah.
taking third place. I got a
Third,
oof,
bro.
My lord,
Third.
that is wild. Third, and then behind him with 10 points on the board. That's right. I got no points this past weekend.
Dude, why must life be so hard? Why must I fail?
It stings. It stings. The worst part is I'm ahead of my co-hosts and I'm in fourth.
Go figure.
Oh. And then behind me, we have a tie for fifth. This pains me to say this, guys. And it is between 24/7 Lou. Lou, can you take like a sadder photo? Because this one doesn't do it justice anymore.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And he shares that spot with the one-man band. And they are both
Oh
at 9 points.
Which is
You're
At
the
this
one-man
moment.
band now.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what though? Real quick before we say that, I feel I feel in a way kind of proud because it took, no offense to any of you guys, but it took me becoming champ to all of a sudden like everybody just wanted to pop in now. So either they really hate me,
Coming out of the woodwork.
either they really hate me, or they just really wanted to dethrone me for whatever reason. They must have thought that last year was a fluke or whatever. But hey, either way, the fact that they're all coming out of the woodwork like this makes you feel proud because they're coming after me. So
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
that's a hell of a target on your back, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I never had that kind of challenge in 2021.
I'm feeling it.
It was
Say
just
that
Lou.
much.
It was just Lou. Lou
Hey.
and a couple other folks.
I'm feeling it right now.
Unfortunately. Yeah. And behind you guys, really hot on your heels, it's Playboy Raj at 8 points.
I was actually going to say this.
Who are you people?
No,
No.
that's reserved. That's reserved for someone else.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
Yeah. And at this point, it's almost embarrassing to point this out. The randomizer is at 1 point.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Yeah, this has been the randomizer's worst performing year so far. Granted, there's still time, but this is the randomizer's worst year. So, pretty wild. That said, what's this? The audience scoreboard?
Here comes a new challenger.
Okay, now
It's the Johnny Lance at 1 point on the audience scoreboard. And yep, go ahead. That's the cue.
Who are you people?
there now it's exactly because where has he been since? Yeah.
I want to know what happened to the librarian who married the motorcycle guy there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for real.
Anyways, everyone else is at 0. That's the scoreboard. And guys, let me just say, well, I want to take it back to you, Lou, but we're not going to because we need to talk about this, guys. Something needs to be done. All right. If they can rally together, we can rally together too, okay? Because we don't lose. We win. All right? That's all we do. Am I right or am I right?
I mean, I'm a winner at life, so yeah, I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
I am
if
going
this
to
guy
ruin
can
wrestling.
say, mean it, we need to take it seriously when the CWO says they're going to ruin wrestling predictions, okay? Because that's what they're doing right now with this copy and paste stuff.
I mean, they're doing a really good job right now, so.
All right, so we got to band together as a group and really hit them hard with some original picks. All right?
Yeah!
Are you with me?
I mean, listen, I'm
All right.
I'm literally down right now, but trying my best to get back up there.
We gotta wait for the next event. Yeah, what? Yeah, guys, when is the next event? Not next weekend? Oh, okay.
Good. I'm kind of okay with that because I need a recovery.
We'll be ready for it. Very true.
I need some of this music.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, goodness, man. I'm hurting right now. I'm sore.
Yeah, guys, can we get a round of drinks? I know that's not professional or anything, but I could use
Yeah.
rounds all around, please.
Yeah, Rob. Double it.
Yeah, please. Double. And then some.
Hold on. Give me some. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, God.
Welcome to the wrestling home of super fans, where we clash with facts and master plans. Opinions soar and predictions unfold. World Championship coefficient brighter than any other goal.
We're done.